Nonetheless, it's going to be an A main push, and we just see 2 early kills. It's going to be a 3rd as well. That is just looking quick and easy. Nickelback taking down just another with a simple headshot. Leaving Snatchy with a lot to be desired. Coming in towards A main, that is going to be the aim of the game. But what could he possibly do? Just USPs tapping him down, and I mean, that's just disgusting to watch. I'm going to start to see a few rotates come up towards A, but nothing too important. You've still got Kree, and you've still got Hooch, and I love this position from Hooch, getting himself close in towards corner with 20 seconds left. It really comes down to this. You've got Kree doing all of the damage. With 12 HP, I don't see this being winnable at this point. Hooch is just going to dive on around. It will be a quick trade. But there's 10 seconds on the clock, and that bomb has to get to the site. I don't know if it can do it. I don't know if it can get away with it. Elliot needed to land the shot, but he misses. He whiffs. It's all on you can do it, and it will be thrown away. AGO, no further in a bit of a pickle, just based on how easy it would be for them to start losing players. But we've got PHR just flicking backwards and forwards. Ruby Snatchy all holding it down, and it will be AGO. Smoke flashlight to come through. Snatchy is going to be caught out of the back of that. Nice trade. Put in play by Mick and Derp. Never see a bit of re-aggression come in. It is just backwards and forwards for AGO, but they do come out on top in the end, just based on that door wrap play. Now with the cross smoke as well, there's no real issue for them with getting to the site. They are going to take a few joules, and we see a bit of aggression from Hooch, but it's nothing. Pistols being a little surprising here and there. We do see some good picks, but for the most part, it's looking fairly sensible. We've got an SMG just waltzing through the A site right now. You got Furling clearing out Fork. Actually finds him in the smoke in the end, so there's going to be a bit of confidence found off the back of that. Because the only real curve was the fact the bomb is technically controlled by EPG, but I don't think this is something they're really going to have to contend with too hard. Just one good flash and it's pretty much theirs. Instead you walk into a P250, you give up a double kill. That is just not needed at all. Now you have an AWP and a rifle in play. Complete different situation, but they are going to get aggressive. Toa, Mac 10 through the side of the smoke. Why not? Still is going to be a one-on-one though, as Furlan tries to just force the fight, getting absolutely nowhere. Going for a wallbang instead, peeks into the crosshair of Nickelback, but a headshot does not come through. Still very much even Stevens. Continue their back and forth duel. Little duet is going to come to an end though. I thought Furlan would be caught, but just slipping away onto the site. They're going to be going for that nice and safe plant, getting away with it, just 4 seconds to spare, and has to jump on Nickelback. Nickelback able to just rip in towards Boost. It is Snatchy to play peekaboo with it on the other side. That flash is actually going to be a bit of an issue, but ultimately doesn't affect things too much aside from allowing him to cross the vent. That's when he can escape, right? He suddenly gets himself an exit. Nice kill from Snatchy though to at least favour things back towards his T side. Now they can start to be thinking about their options towards A once again. Like Ruby just going to be walking out in mid, but fair play to the guys, making it stick. Another headshot for him. Going to be found. You can just trying to hold down this A site. But it's going to be left blind. Actually, it's Toa to blind himself, but you know what? AGO, they're trading. It's a 3v1. It's not going to be an impossible scenario. This pretty much should be over for Hooch more than anything else. They smoke does come over. Molly's as well being greeted in a main. Furlan going to be getting ever so aggressive. It's an easy kill for Nickelback to find. Quite sure why he gets kind of that deep into it, but it is what it is. The main play as well working wonders for EPG. That's how he can find himself a double. Snatchy going to give himself up as Elliot just holds the angle. So rewarding right now for EPG. Bulls are still to commit that hard, but fair play. I mean, they feel very, very confident. That's going to be what comes through, and it's exactly what does happen. AGO come flying through this B main smoke, and it is Lamb to the slaughter. Finally, Groovy is going to respond, and Fleur actually does take down Nickelback, so it's not all bad. The site is still yet to be there. Snatchy, you know, take down Hooch, though, does give himself up, and he is putting in the work right now with the AWP. A second kill, instantly claimed. Leaving just Alien up against 3 now. 30 seconds on the clock, but soon to change, as that bomb is going to be planted. Fact is, right now, it's just a basic cross smoke. Flash is going to come out as well, but let's see how they compose themselves. The double peek is smart. Creep has the big flank. I mean, this is looking like it may well be over. The site has been taken by AGO, so a thinly veiled chance. Creep having to win that duel in A main, but the follow-up flash, I like this from him. It's a bit ballsy, but it still does the job. Now, Hooch, of course, going to go in with the pistol to try and finish this one off. Try and push them over the line. 11 HP all that remains, but it's not going to be enough. AGO on this half, and AGO looks like they're actually going to break into an execute, or they're just going to get very aggressive from door very quickly. Snatchy was instantly pushed back, but that's just going to prompt him to go flying out through the smoke anyway, and it works out pretty well. You got Yikinda playing towards lockers, but not long before the site is still going to be taken. You have got Nickelback coming in towards A main. He is still going to be there to cause a bit of a ruckus, and actually getting 2 kills, pretty significant when you consider the fact that Furlan is on 8 HP. Snatchy being dropped to the ground means it will just be Furlan. All that remains. Playing this from quad. Almost going to peek right into the crosshair of Creep. That is unfortunate. Setting Nickelback on Shroud, I really like that idea. Especially without making the sound cube, means that if anyone was there, kind of looking towards the door, which we do see from top, they're not going to not know. Snatchy taking down Hooch. Good for a second as well. Snatchy, please. Nickelback being caught in mid, meaning it's pretty much a sealed deal at this point. Elian is the only player left on this CT side, and I'm not quite a believer that I used to be. He's going to cross on over, but it's fair to come in from behind, and there you go, 10-5. Because the first pistol was a bit of a bloodbath, and it was pretty much just EPG kind of shutting their stuff, but now we're starting to see things a little bit more normal, to say the least, which is just a few 1v1s, a few aim duels, and AGO taking the lead from there. Of course, it is going to be the B play. Now, we have seen the rotate coming from Groovy. That is something that we definitely want to be communicating right now. Of course, the vent being broken will give away what's coming, but Groovy, an incredible job just shutting them down. They walk into his crosser, and it's just headshot after headshot. See what opportunities he can make work as the flashes will come out towards A. It is going to be Furlan to take down Creed. Toa taking down Hooch as well. That's a double kill picked up by AGO. Groovy spraying through the smoke as he shuts them down on the push, leaving just Elian towards Falkland and Yikinda on the site. It all goes downhill from here as step by step the round spirals out of control. Elian and Yikinda desperately clawing things back, but it's only 2 kills, and the problem is they've got the raid boss of Furlan to contend with, and he's up at Catwalk causing an absolute ruckus. Not only good for one, but a potential second as well. That wasn't even that good either. That was a weird round, but I mean, it's whatever. I don't know. We're finding our groove. It's always the first game of the day. Got to give us a chance. So just going to be wrapping on a round. Is going to be a simple kill for him. Creep does cut back respond, but even then it is just a short back inside from a Deagle. Nothing too crazy. Nickelback with the plant starts to change things, and getting the kill, picking up this AK, may start to really set this round apart from the others. Furlan, of course, the one player that can really respond for AGO, and I don't know if he knows how to achieve this. I mean, Nickelback is low. That nade is going to finish things off, but does he know where Hooch is? The answer is no. It's the Deagle to send him packing. Of course, the reason we say that is EPG did just win round number 20. So, super important they claw this one back. They're doing a pretty good job of it. Hooch and Creed both going to chime in with a headshot apiece. A high side flash as well. Means that Snatchy could have been the next target, but he isn't going to be peeking this one. Just playing very patiently from CT. Swung towards CT wall, but it is going to be a trade. Leaving Hooch on 10 HP in door. This is a battle of wit more than anything else, because a single stray shot, and it is over. But he's got the backstab. PHR just... Either way, the A site is once again going to find itself as the target. It's all going to be opened on up, and they do just come flying on out. Kree is going to find the head of Furlan. Ruby at least trading back from Carr, but how much longer for... Oh, Director, what are you doing? There we go. Yeah, we were going to say, how much longer will they be able to just wait things out towards Carr before they eventually decide just to back on away and let it happen? I mean, that's another pick for Hooch. We're already starting to cement things here. Snatchy may well be good for a trade, but I think it's too little too late. I mean, he should never find that kill. That is absolute disaster. It's still 2v2, but at this point he gets a little bit aggressive. PHR is taking him down, but it's Hooch. Downside is you didn't really get to use any sort of beast form for an early pick. Elliot, meanwhile, is just getting aggressive towards Dora and working wonders. A frag on towards Toa like that is just disaster struck for Ratio. Then losing PHR as well. Not looking good. Groovy at least working something up. But Furlan, he's the one to watch. Gets himself in towards A main. Drops them both dead on the site. That is huge. The bomb stuck in towards A main. Hooch has to come on out. But he's not spotted Furlan. He's staying crouched towards Fork. How is Furlan still standing? Finally, he's going to be put in the grave. But is it too late? That is the question we're now looking to be answered as a flash should be thrown high on towards the site. That'll prompt Groovy to peek. He misses that follow-up spray, but I think he's bought just enough time for Snatchy to be able to pull through. Oh, the shot is going to be missed. The smoke a little shallow. It's going to be a high flash. Snatchy going for the shot and will miss his chance. Who's just going to be planting inside of that smoke now. Snatchy then just going to lurk on around. Has a choice to make. Use the AWP or pick up an AK. I think he knows at this point that Hooch is likely to be towards quad. Just scoping in, spotting the leg. It is confirmed. That's a nice flick. Beautifully done. Not really going to credit too much towards that. Snatchy is getting a little bit done towards B, but again, it's just going to be traded. Groovy dropping on down is a little ballsy, but Hooch being completely blind. I mean, everyone seems to be just hitting their deck. It is just Alien. All that remains. I think it might be over for EPG. Just 4 players up against him, but they are tougher than what you'd expect. He's going to try and make it work, but not quite going to be hitting those fallen star flicks. It is going to be 16 to 10 for AGO, and a nice way for them to warm up and really get themselves going. I think for EPG, they should be pretty happy overall with what they were able to show for themselves